Hi there, and welcome to Unedited episode 25. Let me fix my camera. Today morning, I was reading something about expertise because a friend of mine asked me, like, it doesn't feel like you have been doing digital marketing since a year or so. It doesn't feel like you have such less experience in terms of time. The amount of achievements that you have or the experience that you have gained in 1 year's time seems ridiculous or something like that. I felt like reading something about experience because that's the term that I received from her. She mentioned that you have become an expert at a particular subject. Then I kept on reading because I kind of read it once in Malcolm Gladwell's book. The book's named Outliers, in which he mentioned that you need to practice something for about 10,000 hours, on an average, 10,000 hours, to become really, really good at it or to be really called as an expert, which really hit me because, uh, you know, if it is in terms of hours, why do people count years in terms of experience? Hear me out. Why I'm telling like this? You know, people count years of experience considering that a person is working, let's say, around 8 hours per day and working for a couple of years to reach that 10,000 hour mark. For example, let's say you are working for 8 hours a day, up to 300 days per year. Let's say 65 days you are on vacation, you are not working, you are sick, something happens, life happens. Let's take out 20% out of it. Let's say you have worked for 300 days in a year for 8 hours with 8 hours per day. So that makes around what, 2,400 hours. And to reach 10,000 hours, you may need around 4 to 5 years. And then actually people say that, okay, this guy has 5 years of experience with the digital marketing or this field, that field, and this guy is an expert. But what if you work up to 16 hours a day for 1 year? Relentlessly work for 16 hours a day, and let's say up to 300 days a year, 65 days you are sick or some life happens, right? What would happen then? You are not stuck at, you know, 24, 2,400 hours now. You are at 4,800 hours within just 1 year. That's almost half. So within just 2 years, you cross 9,600 hours. Within 2 years and about a couple of months, you cross 10,000 hours, which you would have achieved in like 5 to 6 years, right? So it's not the number of years of experience that a person has that makes him an expert. It's probably the number of hours, as per this book, Outliers. There are different researchers. In fact, there is one guy, I forgot the name, who objected this particular term of 10,000 hour mark. I mean, definitely, if you do something for 10,000 hours, you become an expert. There is no doubt about it. But it has a lot more variable than that. It also depends on some innate, some people are really, really skilled in learning a certain kind of technology. Some people are really, really interested in learning that. What if you do not have that skill and you do not have the interest in learning that? Even if you work for like 20,000 hours, because you do not have the interest, you'll never become an expert, right? It's as simple as that. But let's pick an ideal situation where you are really interested in that field, you want to achieve something in that field, and you worked your ass off 16 hours a day, 6 hours you're sleeping, 2 hours of other work, completing 24 hours a day, doing it for a year or so. What's stopping you from being an expert, right? So it's not the number of years of experience that a person has, rather number of hours that he put into in learning a skill, making an achievement, building the right kind of contacts. And that's what is important. This is more important than just counting the number of years somebody has worked in. A lot of people do not consider this because this is not very tangible, but that's how the world works. When I started learning digital marketing back in March of 2020 till today, which is 16th September, 2021, I have not rested. Maybe I have taken a 3 day vacation, maybe up to 10 days, not more than that. In this entire time, I had been working relentlessly. You know, I really have been working up to 16, 17 hours per day. And obviously that work just showed up in the form of my e-commerce store, or the amount of sales that I'm getting, or the jobs that I've been getting, or the freelance work that I've been getting. That's how it works. And you should really not be surprised looking at your peers who are succeeding even with less number of experience in terms of a year, because maybe those guys are really good at building the right kind of contact. Maybe those guys are really putting in the effort, putting in the number of hours to do the work. In terms of hours, maybe they're far ahead than you, what you have achieved, right? So that's how you basically judge the experience of a person. And that's the message for today. Let me know what you think. And if you like this kind of stuff, do subscribe to my channel. I am reaching, I think, 600 subscribers, which is great. And I would love to reach beyond that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much.